Guthrie dropped from nominees for contributions to NASCAR. Charlotte, North Carolina. AP Janet with Guthrie off the list of 5 nominees, Anne B. France and Norma Dusty Brandel remain the only women officially recognized in the Hall of Fame for at least another year. France married Nat. Anne France was among the 20 nominees for the Hall of Fame in 2013 and 2014 but was not elected despite lobbying in the voting room by her granddaughter, ISC CEO Lisa France Kennedy. The Landmark Award. Guthrie and Barney Hall, longtime anchor for the Motor Racing Network, were dropped from the Landmark Award nominees announced Wednesday night. Guthrie and Hall were replaced on the Landmark list of 5 nominees by Edsel Ford II of Ford Motor Co., Pocono Raceway founder Joseph Mattioli and Mike Helton, the first non-France family member to be named NASCAR president. Her removal was a surprise to Guthrie, who turned 81 last week. Surely the nominees for 2020 haven't been announced yet? She replied in an email to the Associated Press. I find that the 24-person nominating committee meets during speed weeks of the Daytona 500 to select the Hall of Fame and Landmark Award nominees. The committee include, Guthrie praised Jim Hunter, the longtime NASCAR and track executive who received the Landmark Award over her in this year's class. She also lamented, I was an admirer of Jim Hunter, who treated us well back when not everyone in NASCAR did, she wrote to AP. What I really wish is, Guthrie was an aerospace engineer when she began racing in 1963 on the SCCA circuit and was full-time by 1972. She made 33 starts in NASCAR's Elite Cup Series from 1976 through 1980. She had 5 careers. Guthrie in 1976 became the first woman to compete in NASCAR's longest race after Charlotte Motor Speedway officials persuaded her to try to make the field for what was then known as the World 600. At the time, in her book, Janet Guthrie: A Life at Full Throttle, Guthrie recounted the icy reception she received from other drivers when she arrived for the 76 race, where she finished 15th. When I shook hands with Richard Petty, I thought I'd get frostbite, Guthrie wrote in her book. Later, Petty, a member of the inaugural Hall of Fame class and a 7-time champion, softened his stance in a 2006 interview after Guthrie's book was released. The deal with her, she came in before you had any diversity deal, he told AP. She come in just as Guthrie became the first woman to lead a cup race, under caution, at Ontario Speedway in 1977. Patrick and Guthrie, at least 108 women have qualified for and started a race in one of NASCAR's touring series, including 16 at the elite level. Shauna Robinson, full AP NASCAR coverage https://apnews.com/tag/NASCAR.
Raindrop, drop top, smoking, no cooking the hot pot. Fucking on your bitch, yeah, that. Looking up, open the park pot.